Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. Now, last week we had a good debate on the channel about Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. The conversation was all about whether or not Floyd was actually a professional fighter or not. I mentioned last week that there were a lot of media outlets, not just me, but a lot of outlets that were reporting that Floyd had fallen off the Forbes 100 list, that he wasn't even in the 100 highest paid athletes of 2019, which you had to make about 25 million a year to be on the list. Now, it doesn't mean Floyd Mayweather's broke, in bankruptcy, none of that. But it was just kind of a common conversation, because I also did feel that it would seem to me that with all the money Mayweather's made, I would have still expected him to be on the list because of his income level from his investments and things like that. Because you see people like Jay-Z and Nas and others getting paid, and they're not rapping anymore, but they're making more money than they ever made as rappers because they got these great investments. I thought Mayweather should have something like that. Well, anyway, there was a legitimate conversation that came up as to, people said, "Oh, Doc, you're wrong, man. You're wrong. Mayweather, he's not a professional fighter no more. He's retired. That's why he's not on the list." And some of y'all were just flat out nasty, like, "You're stupid, you idiot. He's retired, dumbass." Well, let me just say this. It's okay. I don't mind you call me a dumbass. I'm confident enough to know that I'm not. But let me just say this. I believe Mayweather could be considered a professional fighter because Mayweather is going around the world begging for fights or trying to get fights, negotiating for fights, talking about fights, hyping up fights, looking for fights. If you're looking for fights and you're making money from looking for those fights, then that kind of makes you a professional. Now, if you look at the word professional, I looked it up in the dictionary. The definition of the word professional is one, relating to or connected to a profession, which is kind of a weird definition. I don't know what the hell to do with that. But the second one is engaged in a specific activity as to one's main paid occupation rather than as a pastime. Now, fighting in sanctioned fights is Mayweather's pastime for sure. No question about that. But fighting in general is not Mayweather's pastime because Mayweather to this day, right now, is in Japan, or Tokyo, Hong Kong, and he's looking for fights. As of June 14th, in the South China Morning Post, there's an article titled here, "Floyd Mayweather in Hong Kong to discuss potential mega money exhibition fight. Unbeaten boxers holding talks with deaf promotions over possibility of staging an exhibition in the city. Money was in Tokyo for a few days where he said he hopes to fight more bouts. He hopes to fight more bouts in Japan. He wants to fight more bouts in Japan in the future, but he could opt for Hong Kong next." Let's see, they said here, in a surprise visit to Hong Kong, boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr. is in the city, apparently trying to wrangle a deal to fight here. Money is a regular visitor to Hong Kong, posting photos of himself visiting the Big Buddha and the Peak in recent years, but it was down to serious business on Friday when he met with local boxing officials in the hopes of staging a mega money boxing exhibition here soon. The unbeaten welterweight legend put on a similar fight in Japan on New Year's Eve, where he Floyd Tenshin Nasukawa and a 136-second stoppage, blah, 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 blah. Preliminary discussions with the 42-year-old and his Mayweather Promotions team have taken place, the South China Morning Post can confirm. So there's an interesting picture Mayweather takes where he's, again, engaged in this materialism and everything. It's kind of tacky, honestly. I think it's a little bit, I don't know. But then again, that's just me. But anyway, he says, "I'm enjoying the beautiful view from my $23,000 a night, 4,000 square foot presidential suite at the amazing Peninsula Hotel in Hong Kong." So that means somebody's making $23,000 a night off of your butt. I'm not dissing, but it is kind of funny. People always ask me, "Floyd Mayweather, how do you still live such a lavish lifestyle without having to fight anymore?" The answer to that is easy. I simply tell them I wasn't a fucking hater. So I guess Mayweather says he wasn't no hater, and that's why he can live this lifestyle after he's not fighting. But I think the interesting thing about it, to be honest with you, is it's contradicted a little bit by the fact that he's 42 looking for fights, looking for bouts. Now, it could be because it's good money. He's good at what he does. There's a lot of money in a Mayweather fight. Who would turn down $10 million? But then there's a point, you look at Ali, there was a point where Ali should have stopped fighting, which was about when he was Mayweather's age, but he didn't stop fighting. But then again, Mayweather ain't taking hits the way Ali did either. So who knows? I'm not here to say one way or the other. Feel free to leave your comments. Let me know what you think. You can disagree with me. It's all right to disagree all day long, but I will go with my verdict My verdict is, Vince, boom, I'm hammering the gavel. My verdict is that Mayweather is still a professional fighter, and if he had made enough money to be on the Forbes 100 list, he would have been on the list. But at the end of the day, you can say, who cares if he's on the list? It looks like he's doing good. If he's doing fine financially, then it doesn't matter if he made $10 million or $30 million. Either way, he's doing better than most of the people. Most of us sitting here speculating on how much money he's got or whatever. So anyway, that was just me clearing up this conversation because a lot of you guys asked me about that, and I wanted to make sure that you guys got my honest and thorough opinion on it. So take care. I'm out of here. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. So make sure you subscribe. Also, last but not least, if you want to learn how to invest in the stock market, you guys know that I'm an expert in that. That's my profession. I'm a professional fighter, a financial fighter. How about that? So if you want to learn how to buy your first share of stock, go to blackmoney100.com, blackmoney100.com, and I'll teach you for free how to buy your first share of stock. So I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.